you have right set of skills, a good domain knowledge, a good amount of experience, but you are still not able to get jobs because you are not getting call from any company. Your CV is not getting shortlisted. You are trying all the techniques what has been showing in the internet, but still there is no success. The question is why? Why this problem? It is because you are not able to showcase your skills to the recruiters or the HR. Let's try to understand a recruiter's mindset. Most of the recruiters in the industry are non-technical. They do not understand anything about the technology. So what they generally do is a team is giving a request. They will take that request from the team in a form of job description. Now, whatever keywords in the job description is mentioned, they're going to put those keywords in their job hunting website. Example, Naukri or LinkedIn or Shine.com, etc. etc. So the keywords is the primary trick here. But how would you optimize the keywords? But before that, there are a lot of other people also applying for the same position. Let's say hundreds of people are applying and you are one of them. How would a recruiter get 10% of the profile out of all those 100 people? Welcome to my channel Bannick Algorithm, and today we will be talking about how can you make a successful CV so that you can get maximum calls and the chances of getting job is going to be higher. All these things start from your CV. If your CV is optimized well, then your profile is going to show up when a HR is going to search for a specific job role. Now let's try to break down the CV a little bit. Each CV should have 4 components. The first component is about you, and the second component is skills. The third component is about your projects, and the fourth component, which is the list priority, is the certification. Let's try to look into my CV where I have explained each and every part in details. So you can see this is my CV. In the first page at the top, I have mentioned the name and the designation. Whenever somebody is looking at your CV, they need to know what is the profile you are working on or what is the profile currently you are looking for a job. And right next to it, I have given my email ID and the contact number. Most of the time what happens, it's a human psychology that, you feel lazy or something, you don't call up people. So that's why you need to put it always on top so that if a HR or a recruiter is opening the page at the front page itself, they'll have your contact number or email IDs. With that, I also have given the LinkedIn profile link and a GitHub profile link. Nowadays, people doesn't carry Xerox copies of your CVs. So these are mostly digital CV. And it is really important to put those links. It's like showcasing what you have done already. If you have done some projects outside your company, then you can put all your projects in this LinkedIn or your GitHub profile, and you are showcased that you really are interested in this work. It's like proving yourself before itself getting into a job. Now the next set of things what I do is your profile summary, where you write about you a little bit, not like a full paragraph. You can write a short description about you. While making the CV, you have to make sure that you are adding a keyword. This keyword is something which is very important in the CV. I'll talk about the keyword towards the end once we completed the CV making part. But this is the real key to get a job. When somebody is looking for a job, if your CV is optimized with the right set of keywords, when they are looking for that specific profile you have worked on, it is going to showcase your CV at the top position. Now coming to the second part, and the next most important part again is the technical skills. So here you are actually showcasing all the technical things what you have worked on, right? It means maybe you have worked on different programming languages, so you have to mention all the programming languages. It's like all your summaries at one place where people can look into it. But again, as I said, it is about hitting the right keyword. If you look at this, I have mentioned deep learning, and there I have mentioned in the bracket also it is CNN, Convolutional Neural Network. Why did I do that? But most of the recruiters try to find convolution if it is written in the job description. But you have written CNN. As I said, recruiters doesn't know anything about technical. They will only look for the convolutional neural network. So most of the time it happens that a recruiter calls and they ask, have you ever worked on generative AI? LLMs. Have you ever worked on stable diffusion? This is what is generative AI. When they ask, have you worked on generative AI? It is already included language models and stable diffusion and image models where we are generating a lot of images or text. And with this, remember I told you to keep this LinkedIn profile here and your GitHub profile. So here what you can do is, in your GitHub, if you have developed any specific tool, you can mention those tools so that if somebody is looking at it, they can go to the tool and they can look at what you have already worked on. Remember to put all your skills in the CV part first, like your programming skills, your framework or libraries, whatever you have worked on, your machine learning techniques, your deep learning techniques, your front end, back end, then your model training techniques, if you know MLOps, operating system, networking, everything you have to mention which is related to technology. Now the third part is your experience part. Also remember, here when you are writing a project, the keywords what you are writing is really important in this case, because this also should match the keyword what the team has given in a job description. So you have to always think in terms of keyword. I'm going to share some details how to create those keywords using ChatGPT. So first you have to write from how many years you've been working in the same company. So here I have not given any of my personal details. If you are an experienced person, you should definitely mention the most recent company's roles and responsibilities. This is really important because they would know what is the current profile or what is the responsibility you are taking in the current team, and accordingly they can assign projects to you. Let's say you have done a generative AI projects over here as an example. So I have mentioned the project name and I have broken the projects in few parts. Like the first part is what is the objective of the project. This is again important. It's not that you just write the problem statement. You think about the present problem statement, and once you finish the project, what happened as an outcome. As an example, you created one chatbot for a support team using a generative AI application, and once you develop, the support time has reduced from 1 hour to 15 minutes. It's like an achievement. The second thing is key technology. How did you meet those objectives? What are the key technology you have used to meet those objectives? You can mention all those technology here. In our case, in the field of data, you write data integration and handling, what you have done. Front-end communication, if you have any front-end, you can mention the details. This is what the front-end you have used in this. Tools. So here we have used LLM for a language model, and we have used a number of tools what you have created in this. Similarly, you can do all these things for all the companies you have worked on. But every project you write, you try to break it down through objective, approach, outcome. Then, you create some of the breakup where you write some specific details about the project. And the last but not the least is education and certification. Please do not write that you won Employee of the Year in this specific company in 2024, in 2024. It doesn't matter. Rather, if you really want, write some of the skills or the projects what you have done externally. Now let's try to understand what are the big no's. What are the things you should not put in your CV? The first mistake what I see people doing is putting their photos. It's not a matrimony profile. It doesn't really matter how do you look and how tall are you or how short are you or how fair are you. It doesn't really matter. The second thing is, do not write your address. It's not necessary. If you have mentioned your email ID and phone number, that must be enough. So you don't have to mention all these details in CV. It is useless at all. Fourth thing, try to avoid the technology which is obsolete. Okay. Now we have spoken about how do you write a CV. Let's try to understand how do you optimize your CV. So the first thing what we are going to do is we are going to open Google, and there you can type, I'm a data scientist or AI engineer. I'm looking for data scientist job role. Now you can write data science jobs, and there will be some of the data science job what you could see here. What you have to do is just get those job description. So once you get this profile, you copy paste all the job description. Okay. So you copy this and try to copy it in a notepad. So here I am having Sublime. I'm just copying this job description. And let's say I want to go to NVIDIA. Okay, so this is a data engineer job role, and I wanted to look at the roles and responsibility and job description. I would copy this as well. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to copy paste 4 to 5 job description. What is best suit for you? Like, the job description should have the right match, and that is the kind of job what you're looking for. Put those things in a simple notepad, then go to ChatGPT and copy this and write in caps create set of keywords for this job description. Now these are the keywords what it is coming. In case of data science, you will see a lot of keywords. What you have to do now, after doing this, you have to copy the content of your CV, paste it here, and you have to write the CV, add these keywords in the CV and highlight them. So now what will happen, whatever job role or description of the keywords you got, it is going to write a CV for you using those keywords, right? I have not copy pasted my CV to the GPT, but what you can do is currently whatever CV you have prepared, you can just copy paste the content, each and every content to the GPT, and you can write or ask GPT to add those keywords specific to it. So when I showed you my CV, what I have done is, if you look at this thing, I have highlighted every keyword in bold, so that if somebody is downloading the CV and looking at it, they can only look at the keyword without even looking at the complete thing. It is just like convoluting through the CV, isn't it? Once you are updated your CV with these keywords, what you have to do is you have to go to your Naukri profile and add those keywords in your Naukri keywords as well. Once you update all your keywords, then you can see what is the performance happening here. This is my Naukri profile, where I could get almost like 74,000 search appearances, and out of that 1,500 people have reached out to me, or they have downloaded the CV. If you can't, like, I'm refreshing this, as you can see, and this is the information what I'm getting right now. Similarly, if you look at the LinkedIn profile also, you would see a very similar kind of trend there as well. You know, once you do all this kind of optimization in your LinkedIn and your Naukri profile, I guarantee you that you are going to definitely get a call. But after getting a call, if you're not aware of the technology what you're working on, then there is no chance you are going to get through. Even if you are going to get through, then you are not going to enjoy the job, because it's not the profile what you're looking for, and it's not the kind of job role it's not the kind of skill set what you are having. So make sure that you update your CV, you make all these changes to your CV, and with that you study AI. For that, you have to subscribe to Bionic Algorithm channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time.